Hey, this is Jesse Lozano from Nerd with Balls, and I'm here with Nick. Say hi, Nick.
Hey.
Tell us a little bit about your work, man. Tell us what's going on, because this is really fucked up shit.
Yo, you couldn't say it any better way. We're talking about Holy Fuck, which is my book from Action Lab Danger Zone. I write it, and my collaborator is Daniel Arutamasa, who's the artist. We kind of co-plotted and developed it together. And basically the idea is that Sister Maria is a very devout nun, and she's tested in her faith when she teams up with Jesus and Satan to stop this horde of worship-hungry mythological gods.
Is there sex in there?
You know, there are allusions to sex, and I don't want to spoil the book, man, because I feel like if I straight up say what happens, let me just say that there isn't sex between people, but there's sex between Jesus and an object, and the title is very literal.
Fucking shit, I like that. I get it.
Okay, but there's romance.
With Jesus and a
No, not the object. Satan's not an object.
Satan is the object.
Satan is a person. The object is totally different.
Okay, cool. So, I think we fucking invented them right now. They were just literally stopped. Okay, so what's the inspiration behind this? What goes through your fucking mind when this is being considered?
When I first came up with the idea, my thought was, what if Hollywood made a sequel to the Bible? It's like the best-selling book of all time, right? And they're seeing green, you know? And so they make the sequel, and how would they mess it up? Because Hollywood loves to take a source material and then just misinterpret the shit out of it.
Yes.
So I figured they'd make Jesus this macho action hero. You know, they would add lots of, like, you know, sexuality and drugs and other stuff that wouldn't necessarily need to be there otherwise, right? But I didn't have the right collaborator for that project. When I did meet up with my collaborator, we kind of rebuilt it from the bottom up, and it became a little bit different. There's a little bit more social commentary in it now. And then, you know, another thing that really inspired us are like exploitation films and action movies, big time, like the 80s and 90s action movies.
Like Sylvester and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, man, with that over the top, like what are they even thinking with this movie? But they just went for it anyway.
Like a Jackie Chan movie.
Oh, dude, totally.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So, where are you? Right now, you have this project. What's your current projects? What's moving on?
Okay.
Future.
Well, so Holy Fuck was 4 issues, and we're gonna be doing another 4-issue sequel that's starting in the fall. So that's one project. I got Holy Fucked. And then,
nice.
Personally, I have another project that I'm not ready to say the name of yet until we got this out there. But I've been developing it with an artist named Nils Petter Norlin from Sweden, and it's about 3 supervillains who. It's sort of the story of how they become supervillains. They could be anything in life, but the circumstances lead them to this place, and how do they find each other, and what does it mean? I know it sounds kind of vague because we're still working on it, but we've been working on this thing for like fucking 4 years now.
So kind of like a Darth Vader, if you would.
You know, but
not necessarily him, just the ideology.
They're more supervillains based upon the way people perceive them, not because they're necessarily bad people, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
by circumstance almost.
Like other people's objectives and their feelings about an individual.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So that's something that should be finished pretty soon. It's going to be a pretty sizable graphic novel. And then my collaborator on Holy Fuck, Daniel Arutamasa, and I, we have another pitch that I can't talk about yet because nobody's picked it up, and we're still shopping it around. But it takes a really classic superhero archetype, and it fucks with it pretty hard.
That's good.
Yeah, I would look forward to making people a little bit upset with that one.
Do you feel that you are actually fighting against the common folk just trying to sell? You know, like, hey, let's have this fast-paced comic out there, like a McDonald's processed burger, compared to like an actual real good steak. Do you think you're doing something different because of your ideas and how you're going about things?
Man, it's hard to say. I don't know. There's so many angles that come at that.
Well, I think the biggest thing is you're not seeing the typical pop culture with something like this. You are literally saying it's in your face. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, I think that's I like the way that you said that, and I do vibe on that, and I agree. I think for me, it's about thinking about the culture because at this point, pop culture is almost sort of forced on you as opposed to you choosing it. Yeah. You go outside, there's billboards everywhere telling you what movies to see, commercials constantly telling you what TV shows to watch. And for me, something I enjoy that really energizes me in the process of creating and telling a story story is questioning what are they trying to make us consume, and why do they think that we would actually want that, and how can I play with that, sort of the expectations that people have for that, and take these archetypes that were constantly shown over and over again until it's almost meaningless, and how can I reinvigorate them by calling all of those motivations into question.
I like that.
Did I get too serious there?
No, you didn't. I loved it because, you know, it doesn't, you know, it's pop culture. It's you. This is your consciousness.
Yeah.
This is your heart. Bring it the best way you can, because I look at it kind of emotional standpoint. Are you gonna be the same person you are in business compared to when you're actually putting all your heart into your artwork?
Right.
You know,
right.
they're two different entities. At the same time, when you're talking about one entity, those mindsets are gonna come out.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. So it's all fucking good, dude. Where can we find your stuff, and where can we look for you on social networks? So you can tell everybody.
I'm normally at Nick Marino when I can get it, but my name's kind of common, so sometimes it's at Nick Marino Art. But I'm on all the social networks, and you can just hit up nickmarino.net, which has links to like everything that I do basically. But in terms of Holy Fuck in particular, it's online on Comixology. You can buy the issues digitally there, get it in your comic shop. You can get the trade paperback on Amazon, and if people are feeling what they're hearing, I'd love for them to pre-order Holy Fucked, which is going to be in the July previews catalog.
Okay, cool. I like it. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks so much.